The championship has been decided, but one round remains here in the 2017 DuPont World Series racing season. All that's left is bragging rights, and to try and gain the highest points position possible, green flag in the air, Charlie Vibros is on pole position on the bottom line, alongside Zachary Fitzwater as the field marches towards turn 1. Vibrosis clears the 55 with relative ease. Head down the back straightaway here. Already 3 wide and almost 4 wide back there. Thanos, Vargas, and a couple of others are already in a hornet's nest. Fibrosis is going to lead that first lap, but Zachary Fitzwater on the back bumper, ready to pounce when needed. The battle for second place is a pair of tandem drafts, as Fitzwater being pushed by Petrov, DJ Curtis being pushed by Jesse Turner. As Fibrosis looks behind and sees the chaos behind him, he would love to keep that lead instead of being involved in the fight behind. But they continue to push each other as Curtis goes down low. Turner now goes towards the middle. He wants to go 3 wide. Fibrosis continues to control the lead. 3 wide for 4th place there as 2 Red Bulls and Petrov fight. And now DJ Curtis on the bottom line. He gets a decent run as Fitzwater pushes the 9 again. Fibrosis continuing to control both lines, but Fitzwater gets a good run through the middle 3 and 4 to try and take the lead, but teammates on the bottom now. Pass for the lead here. DJ Curtis alongside Charlie Fibrosis. And Fibrosis, he is not going to be able to fight Curtis on this as Curtis takes the lead for the first lead change of the night. Dylan Young into the back of Bobby Jones, who goes into the wall. Young gave the 96 a shot in the middle of the corner, and that sent Jones into the wall, and he's going to have some right side damage on that Honda. Despite the main championship being over, there is still the Patriots Trophy Championship still being fought for. Charles Sanford is the leader in the Patriots Trophy, and Veronica Nowakowski running in 10th place here. Actually 9th. She needs to pretty much win this round if she wants to win the Patriots Trophy title. It has been a very rough run for her the last couple of rounds. But she's got help from her teammate William Duncan, and Paul Thanos sits in front of her. So we'll see where she shakes up later. Fastest car on the racetrack is Jesse Turner in the 82, as he's been picking cars off, and he's going to pick off the 2nd place car, Fitzwater. And now Turner has his sights set on DJ Curtis as we are coming up on the first pit stop of the night. It's been quite racy up in the front, but not anything too crazy. Fitzwater looking for 2nd place back. He gets into the back of the 82, gets him squirreled up, and he moves against him. I take back what I said, but Fitzwater now looking for 2nd place back. It's a big battle for 2nd place here. Jeff Fibrosis and Petrov sitting right behind these two. But Fitzwater clears the 82 once more. He retakes 2nd place. Whoa, whoa! James Shelley gets hit by John Skavnicki, and Skavnicki rams Charles Sanford into the wall. Shelley got clipped by the 3, and then Skavnicki lost control of the car for a brief moment. That sent Charles Sanford into the wall as well. And that's going to give both of them some significant right side damage, but no caution flag for it. Veronica Nowakowski trying to hold off 8th place from Travel, Angel, Cavanero, and now Paul Thanos. As Cavanero makes a bold move, goes 3 wide with Angel. He hits him and into Josh Travel hard into the wall, and the caution comes out right as people were about to come to pit road. Josh Travel and Sean Angel take a hard hit into the outside wall. Here's a replay of what happens here. Cavanero comes down to cut off Paul Theos from making a move, and then tries to go for a move as well for 3 wide. And all that did was send Sean Angel and Josh Travel hard into the wall. But they continue on, but not without some significant damage. DJ Curtis will take us back to the green flag as we have our first green flag restart of the night. Petrov in second place. Trev Fibrosis, who led the opening couple of laps, sits in third. But DJ Curtis has kept control of this lead for most of tonight so far. We'll see how much longer this will go, especially now that everybody else had a chance to do some adjustments to their cars. Petrov gets a great run on the 19 for the lead. Petrov all the way to the bottom line trying to make this pass happen. Side by side down the back straightaway. Trev Fibrosis now, he gets a good run off of 2. He might be thinking 3 wide. No, he's not going to stick to it, but he's going to follow behind Petrov instead of his teammate. And Petrov is going to get the lead with help from the 9 car. Zachary Fitzwater was second place when that caution came out, but has fallen all the way to 31st. The reasoning is that Fitzwater overshot his pit box. Had to reverse the car back to pit road, and that cost him over 25 positions as Fitzwater now looks to battle with Torres for 30th. So a very critical mistake by the driver of the 55 car. We'll see if he can rebound from this. This race is quite long, so he does have time to make up positions here. The battle for the lead is starting to get a little crazy as Fibrosis underneath the 09, as they were 3 wide for 3rd place briefly. Jean Sanford now up to 3rd place. She's going to follow the 9 as Fibrosis now, he wants to get the lead back. Deanna Shelton, the 5 car, also starting to join the fray. And Fibrosis clear Petrov into turns 1 and 2. No, he doesn't. Fibrosis, he got a little loose in the mid-corner that allows Petrov to shoot back forward into the lead for yet another lead change. Shelton now looking for room. Paul Thanos now with a huge head of steam. They are 3 wide in 2 rows. Oh boy, this is getting out of hand as Paul Thanos now, she wants to go 4 wide. Fibrosis holds second, but things got really crazy behind them. Still 3 wide. And this is a huge battle here. Tracks like these, you often get pack racing, but this is another level here. This is most of the top 10 in points all fighting each other here. Jean Sanford looking for the lead for the first time tonight. She's going to go to the bottom line as Petrov gets in front of her, and Petrov on the front bumper of the 24 almost gets spun around, but he saved the car. And that's going to cause a huge stack up behind them. As here comes our champion, Sean Galligan, 4 wide here. 3 wide, 4 wide. That stacked everybody up, and that is a huge pack of cars. All trying to find a way through the mess. Petrov holds the lead miraculously, but Sean Galligan now up to 2nd place. And as this bout continues on, more cars start to join in on the fun as William Duncan, Collard, Novakovsky, Block also getting involved in this fight. But look at this, is a mess. Galligan now, he powers through the lead. And he takes it. Sean Galligan, your champion. Looking for win number 5 on the season. That was a nice pass he put on Petrov there. And we'll see if he pulls away. But Jean Sanford, who is now looking for second place back, she is going to get that. 3 wide for second place now. DJ Curtis wanted to go 3 wide. He made that pass. And he's going to try to clear him. And look who's also joined the fray. Sofia Vargas in the 84. She wants to go 4 wide for second place. Paul Thanos now as Sanford and Petrov making contact. I don't think they're happy with each other for what happened earlier. But Curtis goes through to second place. Sofia Vargas in the 84. Looking for third. This is a... I already said this 5 times, but this is truly a giant mess. And somehow there has been no wrecks so far in this pack of cars. Kyle Nova making his 3rd start of the season as a substitute for Young Motorsports. And the 2nd time he's substituting for Seth Cole. Kyle Nova taking over duties for the 12 car in place of the injured Seth Cole, who was involved in that horrible crash in Mexico. Nova did a solid job getting the 12-team solid points finish in the B main, despite having 0 practice laps. I believe pit stops might be beginning here, as Kyle Nova looking to try and get this 12 car another good run this weekend. As we hope for the best for Seth Cole. Nova is doing a pretty solid job in this 12 car at the moment. DJ Curtis from 2nd place kicks off pit stops as we are at the halfway point of this race. Sean Galligan completes his stop, and we're going to see where he ends up, although it looks like he is going to retain the lead. DJ Curtis, though, coming off turn 4. We'll see if he gets to Galligan. No, Sean Galligan does retain the lead from pit stops, but Curtis, though, he's going to have the warmer tires, which should allow him to catch Galligan and let him get back to his bumper pretty much. Galligan and Curtis have put a pretty significant gap on the rest of the top 10. As Curtis now for the lead here, looks to make the pass. Curtis on the bottom line. He has led the most laps so far tonight. He would love to lead even more, as they are trying to stay in front of that large pack of cars. And Curtis now back into the lead in the 19 car. If nothing changes from this point forward, Paul Thanos is going to be your 2017 Rookie of the Year. It's hard to say she didn't deserve it, as Paul Thanos has had a very solid season in this 98 car. Probably could have won a couple more races this season, but this 98 team got hit with some bad luck and some bad strategy calls as the season went on here. As Sofia Vargas now into the back of the 09 of Petrov, and Petrov again saves the car. That was a mirror image of what happened with Sanford and Petrov does the same exact save. But that got the 09 out of shape. Deanna Shelton sits in 3rd place, and they are starting to run down the top 2 thanks to the draft. As Duncan, Gene Sanford, and others, they are staying single file. I think they've realized that they're better off working together than fighting each other, and that is working. They are running 0.2 a lap faster than the 44 of Galligan and the 19 of DJ Curtis, and you can see the gap is coming down quite significantly. Shelton has caught the 44 and the 19, and she's going to go for 2nd place. As the top 5 They all are starting to come back up together again. Shelton trying to clear the 44. And she does. She gets in front of our champion there. And now she wants to make a move towards DJ Curtis for the lead. Shelton trying to find a way past the 19. But she is going to have some trouble here as Sean Gallagher now goes to the outside line to draft with the 19. Shelton tried making the move on Curtis, but that didn't work out. That 19 is a very strong piece of equipment. As Shelton now gets shuffled back to third. Duncan now on the outside line trying to make sure she doesn't come back up. Duncan though with a good run in the mid corner of 3 and 4, but he can't make it stick. And here comes Jean Sanford now, looking to pass him and get to her teammate. Whoa, 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 trouble! Vincent Allen just got hooked by Michael Cavanero and he clips block Chabris and a couple of others. As a huge melee of cars ensues as we got a huge, bigger wreck behind him. A gigantic wreck. Jesse Turner, Pollard, Louvier, several cars involved. And there's still a melee happening behind. Travel Citadino, Charles Jackson. At least 20 cars involved in this crash. And that is going to bring out the red flag. That was a gigantic crash off of turn 4. And only a couple of cars got through it. We look one more time to see what happens here. As Cavanero and Allen were fighting here. And Cavanero, he gets a big run off the exit of 4. And he just clips the 0 car. And this is just where the melee ensues. Everyone nowhere to go. Not slowing down. Jesse Turner goes up and over after hitting the heck out of Michael Block. Steve Third also going over on his roof as well. Josh Travel, Charles Jackson, Kasten Rosengard also getting involved. And that was at least 15 to 20 cars. Kyle Nova, Mikhail Dahlstrom, one of our Patriots Trophy drivers, involved as well. Another view of this monumental crash. Ooh, John Cedino took a hard lick into the wall as well. On board Zachary Fitzwater. Somehow Fitzwater managed to avoid pretty much all of that, and that was incredibly close. After a 1-hour red flag cleanup, we are set to go back green for the final 25 laps. Joshua Michaels, who was on pit road when the crash occurred, he stayed on the lead lap. That means he didn't have to pit again, so he is in the lead. For the first time tonight, DJ Curtis, who had been leading up to that point, sits in second place. Alan Cavanero and Chris Washer are both 1 lap down, trying to get their laps back here. Joshua Michaels has been kind of staying in the top 15 for most of tonight, but has not made a run towards the front, as DJ Curtis in the 19 is going to, with relative ease, go past him for the lead to retake it. Three wide for the lead as Deanna Shelton tries to make a move, but ooh, she got really loose in the mid-corner. And that's going to cost her second, and that's going to knock her to third and fourth and maybe fifth if Petrov gets past her again. We were about to start green flag pit stops when that caution came out. So that means everybody that pitted is roughly 1 or 2 laps outside of the pit window, which could mean this could be a fuel race. We are coming to 20 to go. DJ Curtis has led almost every lap so far in this second half of the race, and he's led the most laps in the first half of the race as well. He is trying to hold this lead and perhaps also try to save fuel as well, as he has not gotten past these lap cars yet. Look at this, Sophia Vargas with a huge hit of steam as she goes for a pass on DJ Curtis, who got a little bit tight entering the corner as the 27 of Washer was holding him up. And look at this fight for the lead here. Curtis is just trying to hang on, but he can't get past these lap cars. 3 wide per second there. Shelton and Michaels trying to hang on, but Vargas powers through on the bottom line. William Duncan all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Gene Sanford now going for 3 wide on Shelton. This is 20 lap dash action here, as Michaels I think got hit by somebody. I think it might have been Galligan or Petrov, and that sent the 31 all the way into the almost into the wall. Look at this, Vargas pulls out, but Curtis trying to complete the pass on Washer. Curtis finally clears the 27, and now he needs to get past the 7. Gene Sanford with a big run, the 19 for the lead here. Sanford on the bottom. She gets a really good mid-corner through 1 and 2 and a solid exit, and she's going to clear Curtis for the lead. And now she needs to get past Dallin Cavanero. Cavanero trying to get his lap back here, and he is not going to make it easy for Sanford to pass him, and he certainly doesn't there, as Cavanero with a good run into the corner. Cavanero holding his own. If that 7 car was on the lead lap, I'd say this would be a top 10 car. But Sanford now in the lead. She is one of the very few drivers that has been able to pass Curtis tonight. Earlier in the race, James Shelley took a pretty hard hit into the wall, and now this 43 car, he has reached the top 10 once again. So nice driving from James Shelley, and also behind Zachary Fitzwater, who we saw avoid that massive accident. He is now up to 12th place. He had been running outside of the top 25. He had been struggling to get back towards the front. He had been running 2nd place earlier. Now he's given himself another chance here after some very smart driving. Curtis got really loose off the exit of turn 4, and Sophia Vargas capitalizes. She goes to 2nd place. Curtis made a big mistake off of turn 4, and that cost him 2nd place, as Sanford finally got past Dallin Cavanero, it seems. But now Vargas up to 2nd place, still looking for her first win of 2017. As we are coming to roughly 10 laps to go here. Ten laps to go here, as Sanford got a little bit loose, and at the entrance to turn 3, and Sofia Vargas capitalizing here. She's going to get a big run off of turn 4. Sanford slipped at the entry of turn 3, and now Sofia Vargas for the first time tonight takes the lead here in Auto Club, and they are 3 wide behind her. Great pass from Vargas. She wants to win. She has not had a good season in that 84 car. She would love to end this season on a very positive note here. DJ Curtis. Now Deanna Shelton goes 3 wide for 3rd place on Curtis. This is the fight for the win. Sanford now with a good run off of turn 4. Sanford peeking to the inside. She wants the lead from Vargas. Jean Sanford still trying to fight with Vargas here. Vargas moves down low to get past the 06 of Torres, who's off the pace. Vargas leaves the door open. Sanford goes low. Sanford gets to the back of her, and she spins her into turns 1 and 2. And oh, Vargas gets clipped by the 44 and the 43 of James Shelley. A massive accident there as Skabnicki hits the 44. Oh my goodness. Sofia Vargas from the lead just got turned by the 24 of Jean Sanford. I cannot believe this. Vargas gets clipped by the 44 of Galligan. One more look at this. I cannot believe this just happened. Sofia Vargas from the lead gets turned by the 24 of Jean Sanford. And Sofia Vargas, who was having one of her best runs of the season, gets absolutely demolished by Sean Galligan. One final time here, Sofia Vargas. She opened the door for Sanford, and then Sanford just dumped her. No other way around it. That was just a straight up dump. And it didn't look like Vargas came down at all. That was just kind of uncalled for by Jean Sanford there. We have time for a green-white checkered, a 2-lap dash to the finish. Jean Sanford, who, whether or not she wins this or not, she is definitely going to be involved in some deep controversy here. And the question still remains, will fuel be a factor? Green flag back in the air for the final time this season. Can Jean Sanford hang on? DJ Curtis, though, with a good restart. He's going to challenge Jean Sanford for the lead in turns 1 and 2. Sanford on the outside line here. Curtis trying to clear in the 19. Curtis with a great restart there. Sanford now falls to 2nd place here as we are coming to the white flag. And Curtis, though, he's sputtering. Curtis in the 19 is sputtering. Several cars start to sputter. Michael Cavanaugh in the 83 is sputtering. I think they're out of gas. White flag. Jean Sanford retakes the lead. Curtis is out of gas and has gone to pit lane. Deanna Shelton out to 2nd place. Petrov to 3rd. Duncan to 4th. We are on the white flag. Jean Sanford, with perhaps a little bit of luck, if she can make this final half part of the track. But I cannot believe that. Curtis, who had just taken the lead, runs out of gas coming to the white, but coming to the checkered flag now. Jean Sanford is going to score her 3rd win of the 2017 DuPont World Series Racing season. An incredible final 10 laps to finish the 2017 season as Jean Sanford, in a very controversial fashion, takes the checkered flag. And there is going to be much discussion after this one.